Lots of headline makers today, and perhaps one of the emerging leaders could be telecom, particularly Bharti. We've seen the stock, particularly after the recent operational performance, climb to new highs. We've seen them really apply muscle to try and make sure they remain in the race and ahead of the race. Now we've actually got this big block deal that's slated today. What do you make of that? Taking all the headlines to sell stake in Airtel, and it's substantial, a 2.75% stake via a block, with a floor price set at about 558 rupees a share, coming to roughly around the value of $1 billion.
Can you imagine? And that's how markets surprise you. About a year ago, exactly a year ago, telecom was actually in the dustbin. There were AGR issues did not come to forefront, but there was intense competition. The book value and the underlying sector dynamics had got destroyed completely. There was high debt, and telecom companies were forced to do right issue, where promoters and existing shareholders had to cough up from their personal kitty in order to keep the debt levels maintained, or debt level in order to keep the company going. Look at the 1-year chart here of Bharti, and from the low, and I'm keeping the right issue equation out for a minute, the stock has given you 100% plus return. I mean, what a fabulous run it's been for Bharti. 5 years ago, before Reliance Jio in a sense was not launched, nobody thought that the telecom sector will see this kind of a price war, and after this kind of a price war, this kind of a comeback. That's the beauty of the markets, Abba. What we are discussing today, it's very difficult to fathom that how circumstances will change and what really could be the new normal. So the point I'm making here is that Bharti now becomes this go-to stock which every institutional investor really wants to own. Reliance has been an outperformer, but Reliance is morphing its business from an old economy business to the new economy business. Vodafone Idea, you pretty much know that if you're an institutional investor, you don't want to lean that way because of AGR issue and purely because of the offering in terms of the market cap, and it will be difficult for you to justify a stock like Vodafone Idea, at least in mutual fund portfolios. Bharti becomes this go-to stock and a no-brainer if you really want to invest in this new normal post the coronavirus. Now you may argue back and say that, oh my God, why are promoters selling? I frankly see nothing wrong in promoters selling. Promoters have really committed a lot of capital to Bharti in the right issue. They have not shied away from putting the commitment out on the table every time Bharti or this company needed cash from the personal capacity. So I would not read too much into this block deal from promoter. However, this is a block deal which is also a clear endorsement that right now consumer staples and telecom / digital businesses are the businesses where everybody is eyeing that space. Aisha, let's take the clock back and remind our viewers that HUL, a large block deal, it was sold within seconds. Bharti, a large block deal, I think it will be sold within seconds. The only caveat here is, Abba and Aisha, that when HUL Glaxo deal happened, that acted as a near-term top for the stock. I hope not that this is a near-term top for Bharti, because suddenly large supply will be hitting the market.